Welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers, presented by your Southern California Ford dealers. I'm John Hartung alongside Jerry Hairston Jr., Nomar Garcia-Parra. Happy opening day. It's certainly a happy opening day for the Dodgers. They get the win 5-3 over the Rockies. A big fourth inning for them offensively. They score 5 runs, Nomar, all of them with 2 outs. And then from there is Walker Buehler for 5, and then the bullpen did the rest.
I think that fourth inning was indicative of what we can see this offense doing. You know, just passing the baton. They got all these runs. They didn't have to rely on the long ball in order to do it. It was just hit after hit, even with 2 outs. And the bullpen, they looked outstanding.
Yeah, the bullpen was outstanding. I love the approach by the Dodger offense, especially that inning going up the middle, a little 2-out lightning as well. Tell you what, these show Dodgers on pace to go 162-0.
The guy that sparked that 5-run rally in the fourth inning, it was Gavin Lux, a 2-run single and a slide. Jerry cannot wait to break down as well. Let's hear from Gavin right now with Kirsten Watson.
Gavin, let's talk about first just that fourth inning. 5 runs scored. You had a 2-run single. That got everything going. Just talk to me about that at-bat at first.
Yeah, he made some good pitches early, and once he got the 2 strikes, kind of just tried to shorten up and find a hole somewhere. And, yeah, so basically just took a really good 2-strike approach and tried to put a barrel on it.
So later in that inning, we did see you make it was fast. You were fast, but you had a interesting slide into home plate. Describe to me what happened there.
I stumbled around second, get to third, stumble around third, and then I see Freddie hit me with the down, 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 and I'm like stumbling still. So I kind of just belly flopped, I think, on the home plate. So everybody thought it was funny. I couldn't catch my breath. So yeah, it's all fun and games, I guess. I scored, so who cares?
Right, but I mean, look, your performance at the plate today, it was fantastic. Of your 4 plate appearances, you made it on base 3 times. I mean, just how comfortable are you feeling at the plate right now?
Yeah, just trying to take the momentum from the end of last year into this year. Just trying to have really good at-bats. There's 8 all-stars in front of me hitting, so I don't have to do a whole lot. I just got to be on base, and I know these guys are going to pick me up. So really just trying to do my job and do the little things right.
And it's opening day, so a lot of excitement today for you guys. Just how special was it for you today, and how good does it feel to set the tone for the season with a win today?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's always the nerves and anxiousness. You talk to guys all around the league, and everyone kind of has it. So it's a special day, and especially to get a win and come out here on top is awesome. It was a clean game. So.
All right, first win of 162. Sounds good. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's the dream, 162-0. Jerry, it is still alive. On our pregame show today, Nomar, we talked about the most important player. We do this almost every year, and you usually would say Kenley Jansen, the most important, to get those final 3 outs. And now you said whoever's going to be closing games, that's who your most important player is. Craig Kimbrell looks like the guy. He got it done, although he gave up a run.
Yeah, he gave up a run, but he looked really good. I think there was good life on his fastball. You know, there was a couple of breaking balls that hung, but you can also factor in the aura in Colorado where some of those balls don't break quite the same as well, but that's his role. He's got a 3-run lead. He's supposed to pound the zone. He's not supposed to give any free passes. He's supposed to attack the hitters, and that's what he did. So hopefully that continues, because when you have a closer that is lights out, that you can depend on, it sets up your entire bullpen. And I always say it also shortens the game for the offense, where they say, listen, you know, as long as we have that lead going into those later innings, because we know on the back end it's over, then we're going to be all right.
You know, you made a great point here. Here's that slider. He wanted it down, that back foot slider. It didn't break enough, and Blackman able to rifle down the right field line. I think that could be the element of the Coors Field, that breaking ball not breaking up. Here's a really good slider against Chris Bryant here to close the game. But closers also realize, you know, really forget about the ERA. My job is to close the game. I had a 3-run lead, no free passes. I'm going to challenge the hitter, and that's what veteran closers do. Craig Kimbrell got the job done. I love his velo, touched 97 a couple times. Love seeing that.
Plus, he knew he had a 3-run lead, so there was a margin for error for him. Got it done, got his first save in Dodger Blue on opening day. Right now, let's head back to the booth, check in one final time with Joe Davis and Eric Karros.
Opening day here in Colorado, the Dodgers beat the Rockies 5-3. All 5 runs coming 1 inning, and the pitching really just how Dave Roberts and the club would draw it up.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't have scripted it any better. Walker Buehler has a nice start, had a little hiccup in the 2nd inning, but all in all, I thought he threw extremely well for the first start, and then you turn it over to the bullpen, and it just went inning. I mean, if this is the way it plays out for a good part of the season, man, oh man, the Dodger pitching, if you don't score in the first couple innings, it's not happening late in the game.
Offense is what everybody talks about with this team, and it's freaky, right? The lineup is freaky. But how about on this opening day, the guy that really stands out is the 9-hitter, Gavin Lux.
Well, so here's the thing about this offense is there's no place that if you're the opposing team, you can go, oh, okay, we got an easy spot here. Yeah. And it's throughout the lineup.
Dodgers take the opener 5-3. Tony Gonsolin goes tomorrow. German Marquez counters for the Rockies in Game 2 of the season.
All right, here we go. Freddie Freeman and the Dodgers opening the season at Coors Field against the Rockies. Second straight year, the Dodgers opening up in Denver. And Broncos' new quarterback, Russell Wilson, Jerry, throwing out the first pitch.
A former Colorado Rockies farmhand. Played a little second base for the Rock Show in the minor leagues.
Probably picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Run the other way. Top of the first, Kyle Freeland on the mound for Colorado. Mookie Betts swings and misses, but the ball goes to the backstop, and he reaches.
Doesn't assume anything. All right, takes a swing, doesn't put his head down, recognizing the ball going to the backstop, hustle down to first.
Next up, Freddie Freeman. First official at bat as a Dodger, and Freeland gets him. Freeland getting Freeman. 1 out in the first.
Freeland had some pretty good stuff, especially early.
Yeah, he looked good early on in this game. Justin Turner hits one to third. Ryan McMahon throws him out. Dodgers get nothing in the top of the first. Bottom half, Walker Buehler, first career opening day start facing Brendan Rodgers. Takes care of him.
Pretty good slider there by Walker Buehler. Down, out of the zone.
Next batter, C.J. Cron. That one's to left center. Chris Taylor has it for the out.
Have somebody there.
Top of the second, Max Muncy leading it off. And Muncy hits that one through, and Freeland tried to kick it down, but that's into center field for a base hit.
Love the approach there by Max Muncy. A little lefty on lefty, going up the middle.
Dodgers' first hit of the year. 3 batters later, Cody Bellinger hits this one about an inch in front of the plate. He is out to end the top of the second.
And it was fair. Right in front of the plate, didn't hit anything.
Bottom of the second, McMahon at the plate. Deep left field. That is over Chris Taylor's head and off the wall for a leadoff double.
That's really not a bad pitch by Walker Buehler. The book on him, you want to elevate that fastball, especially with 2 strikes. Credit the hitter.
Connor Joe just over the leaping Gavin Lux for a base hit. McMahon's going to hold it third.
Another good swing on Walker Buehler there. That ball was on the outer part of the plate, and Connor Joe just kind of went with it.
Runners on the corners. Nobody out for Randall Grichuk, just acquired a couple weeks ago from Toronto. Little check swing, half swing, but it gets the job done, and the Rockies have a 1-0 lead.
A good play here by Freddie. He could have gone to second base, but right now, especially in Coors Field, make sure of outs. You're getting outs, get away from that huge inning.
2 batters later, Jose Iglesias delivers a 2-out RBI single.
Iglesias known for his glove. Really good approach here. Gets a fastball he can handle. RBI base hit.
The Dodgers see Iglesias overcome with emotion. Lost his father about a month ago. Top of the third. Here's Freddie Freeman up there with Gavin Lux on first and 1 out, and he gets drilled.
Went to the Chase Utley school with 2 strikes. Make sure you don't shy away from the baseball. Get on base.
So 2 on, 1 out for Trey Turner. Freeland's able to get him.
It was a really good off-speed pitch on Trey Turner. Get that swing and miss.
JT line shot right at Iglesias. They're still down 2-0. Bottom of the third, it's Buehler facing C.J. Cron with 2 outs. Popped up, foul ground. Max Muncy got the start at third base today. Over near the tarp, makes a nice play.
Got the net there, got the tarp, got the sun. Tough sun.
We go to the fourth. Will Smith up there facing Freeland with 1 out. Nobody on. Line shot. Will Smith, first knock of 2022.
Great swing, taking it right back up the middle.
Next up is CT, Chris Taylor. First pitch he sees is driven to right field. Charlie Blackmon up against the wall, leaps, cannot come up with it. And that's going to be a double, putting runners at second and third.
Really good job of base running by Will Smith, making sure ball fell off the glove. Great approach here by CT3. Mentioned the sun earlier. This is a tough sky right there. Blackmon unable to make the play. Runners on second and third.
After Bellinger popped out into foul ground, the 2-out rally begins. Gavin Lux into center field. That'll score a pair, and we are tied.
Great job taking that ball back up the middle. Really battling that at bat. Huge hit.
So Lux delivers. First RBIs of the season for the Dodgers.
Just love these at-bats here this inning.
And they're not done. More two-out lightning here from Mookie Betts. 2-0 pitch is ripped to left.
Look at that top hand working right there. Mookie Betts, my called shot. Here comes Gavin Lux. Chin to pocket, tackle home plate. Make sure it doesn't move.
And Homer's just laughing.
Good breakdown. You're right. Can't wait till you break it down later. But at the same time, it was a great swing by Mookie Betts, driving that ball down the left field.
That would be it for Freeland. Dodgers ahead 3-2. They bring in Tyler Kinley facing Trey Turner. That one is going to get through. Here comes Mookie to score.
Look at the 2022 show Dodgers. No bombs on the day. Little smart ball.
Yeah, just ground balls. Just ground balls.
That one's way over Justin Turner's head, over Diaz's head. That brings in Freddie Freeman to make it 5-2.
You want to avoid the face at all costs. JT, get out of the way.
So the Dodgers hang a 5 spot on the Rock Show. In the top of the 4th, Buehler now with the lead facing McMahon. Gets the call, top of the zone.
Fastball there. Nice job of framing by Will Smith.
Diaz is up there. A little swinging bunt action.
Great play.
Nice play by Smith.
Nice play. Hustling down there. Little flip right over the runner.
Bottom of the 5th, Buehler facing Iglesias. A 3-2 pitch. Gets the strikeout, his 4th of the game. Brendan Rodgers up there with 1 on and 2 outs. Trey Turner can't come up with it, and the inning is extended on the error by Trey.
I do remember this infield day games. Remember, no?
Yes,
how hard it gets?
It does.
It gets some weird hops.
That it
Buehler
does.
picks up his teammate by striking out C.J. Cron.
Great job by Buehler.
6th inning, Freddie Freeman at the plate. Hits a bullet. Eats up Iglesias.
Iglesias as good as it gets. Again, this ball smoked. Unable to make the play. Take that knock.
First hit as a Dodger for Freddie Freeman. Going the other way like he does so often.
Yep, top of the zone. Stays on the ball. Nice hit.
Bottom of the 6th, Brusdar Graterol comes in. Graterol had a really good spring, really good offseason for that matter. Blows away Ryan McMahon.
Bazooka right there, come out firing.
3 batters later, Diaz, line shot to right. Mookie Betts able to track it down.
Especially with this spacious ballpark at Coors Field, you have 3 outfielders that could play center field. CT, Cody, and Mookie. Great range.
Bottom 7, still a 5-2 game. Blake Trinan comes in. It's Charlie Blackmon. Ball gets away, but a nice bounce right back to Will Smith and has enough time to complete the out at first.
Great job by Will Smith finding this too. With a strong throw.
But the movement on that pitch by Blake Trinan are just nasty.
Bottom of the 8th, Daniel Hudson. He coming in. Brendan Rodgers. The slider gets him.
The shadow's starting to creep. Come into play here, make it a little tougher for the hitters.
McMahon, down he goes.
Great spot with that fastball.
And then Connor Joe. Hudson with 3 punch-outs in the 8th. We go to the 9th. It's Craig Kimbrell. His Dodger debut in the regular season. Randall Grichuk will tap her right back to Kimbrell, out number 1.
You work on that in spring training, John, for a reason. Little PFP.
Diaz, though, launches one to deep center field. This is way over Cody's head and off the wall for a 1-out double. Iglesias up there. Oof. Nasty stuff from Kimbrell for the strikeout. So 2 down. After Kimbrell thought he had gotten a called strike 3 on Blackmon, he serves up an RBI double to make it 5-3.
Ball didn't break as much as it did against Iglesias.
But he punches out Chris Bryant on 3 pitches to slam the door. And Freddie Freeman, Craig Kimbrell, former teammates with the Braves, teammates once again as the Dodgers win it 5-3. Walker Buehler gets the win Went 5 innings, allowed 2 runs on 4 hits, 5 strikeouts. Craig Kimbrell the save. Gavin Lux 1 for 2, 2 RBIs, reached base 3 times. And Freddie Freeman went 1 for 3, reached base 3 times as well. Looking ahead on the schedule, tomorrow is a 5 p.m. start time, and then noon on Sunday to wrap up the series with the Rockies. Then it's off to Minnesota for a 2-game set with the Twins. Wednesday, a 10 a.m. first pitch. The home opener Thursday against the Cincinnati Reds at 7 o'clock with Jackie Robinson Day on Friday nights. Reminder coming up right after our post-game show. Catch the premiere of the season's first episode of Backstage Dodgers. Tonight's episode all about the biggest storylines from spring training, the team arriving to camp with high expectations. We spend time with Freddie Freeman when he first meets his new teammates. Trey Turner mic'd up for a spring workout, and Clayton Kershaw begins season number 15 in Dodger Blue. That's Backstage Dodgers coming up right after our post-game show. It wasn't as cool as Trey Turner's slide into home, but Gavin Lux's run still counted the same. More reaction from Colorado after the Dodgers win it on opening day 5-3. Access Sportsnet Dodgers is brought to you by the 2022 Ford F-150 truck and your Southern California Ford dealer, where the future comes standard. Here's the Southern California Ford dealer's electric play of the game. Jerry, it's Craig Kimbrell getting the save in his first Dodgers game on opening day.
Yeah, really
beat the Rockies 5-3.
Absolutely good job by Craig Kimbrell. Love the slider here to Iglesias. Little bite to that slider, got the job done here to Chris Bryant in the game.
Gave up a run, but he had a 3-run cushion to begin it. He gets the save, and hugs and handshakes all around for the Dodgers. They win it 5-3, and it was a 5-run 4th inning that got it done for the Dodgers. There were 2 outs, Nomar, when Gavin Lux came to the plate. We talked about him on the pregame show, and you said for individuals, he's the most important guy that you want to see get off to a good start. He did get off to a good start.
He did a great start. Great job. He bottom part of the lineup. We also talked about, hey, find a way to get on base. And he even said after the interview, when I have that many All-Stars in front of me, I don't have to do too much, just find a way. Well, he did that. He did more than that. We're going to break down Access 360 and look at that bat. Yes, there were 2 outs. But then, not only that, he's got a battle because he gets 2 strikes. He's got a good breaking ball there that catches the corner. Can't do much with that pitch. Good pitch, strike, another one. He paints. Now you really have to battle with 2 outs. Good take on that. Off speed, down in the zone. Here's another one, because easy to swing at that one after you get 2 strikes on you on the outer half. But no, he lays off of it, gets a pitch he could handle. He's got his head down, his eyes on the ball. He stays through it and takes that ball right back where it came from, right back up the middle. That is a clutch hit and a great at-bat.
And after he tied the game with that 2-run single, Jerry, he scores the go-ahead run.
Yeah, we talk about athletes all the time, and Gavin Lux, one of the best athletes in the game. He is flying around second base, little chin to pocket, chin to pocket. He starts to stumble around third, and he tackles home plate. You guys got to remember, in Colorado, the thin air, he's seeing the base move. Home plate is moving because that thin air sometimes, it's kind of like the moon. It starts to move, so to make sure, he needs to tackle home so he's safe at home. Guys, I've been there. Nomar, you've been there. Colorado, there's some crazy stuff that happens there. I didn't want to mess up my suit. That's why I semi-tackled home plate. But you have to make sure, this is a show, you cross and touch home plate. Gavin Lux, by any means necessary, he does just that.
I've seen both of you guys play games in Colorado, but I've never seen that happen to you when you say you've been there.
Well, you got to remember, John, the kid is from Wisconsin. He's a Bears fan, okay? That mentality, that football mentality, get the job done. When you see an open field tackle, you make the play. He made the play.
Textbook. You can't teach that. Worked out. Dodgers got the win 5-3 over the Rockies. Great breakdown, Jay. Walker Buehler gets the win on opening day. We'll have more reaction and a butane breakdown on Access coming up. Here's the top-tier stat line brought to you by Arco. Nomar, that Dodgers 4th inning, the offense putting up 5 runs, all of them with 2 outs.
I mean, started with Gavin Lux there, taking that ball up the middle with 2 outs. Then you got Mookie Betts getting on top of the ball. Jerry likes to say top hand. He's not wrong on that. Driving that ball down the left field. And then Trey Turner doing the same thing, taking it right back up the middle. Just kept handing it off to one another.
Pass the baton. Dodgers got the win 5-3, making a winner out of Walker Buehler. His first career opening day start gets the win. Access Sportsnet Dodgers is brought to you in part by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Here's the Carl's Jr. moment of the game. Mookie Betts. 2 outs. RBI double to left field. Jerry giving the Dodgers the lead for good.
My call shot was Mookie. Huge RBI double there. And here comes Gavin Lux. Love the slackle. Slackle, slide/tackle.
Yes.
Look at the speed right there.
Flop, he said.
Chin the pocket just like a track star. As long as you land on the plate, you did your job.
Dodgers get the win 5-3 on opening day. Let's head back to Colorado. Dave Roberts right now with Kirsten and the media.
Dave, just first off, opening day, first win of the season. How good does it feel to get the win?
It feels good. I thought we played a good ball game, complete baseball game, and anytime you can get a major league win, that's a good thing. I thought Walker was good all day, and just for me, I just felt 5 was good right there, and get ready for his next start. And offensively, we had that big inning, and I just thought, taking walks, running counts, chasing Freeland when we did, really positive things.
What about the quality of at-bats today?
Yeah, they're quality up and down. I think for me, the two guys that really stood out were Freddie and Gavin. Left on left from Gavin, and that 2-out base hit to tie the game was huge. Took another walk. I just thought he had good at-bats all day, and Freddie same, but we got some big hits when we needed to.
Just looking at the bullpen, I mean, look, with Daniel Hudson, we saw him, he was fantastic, but everyone was really sharp today. Specifically with Daniel, what, I guess, kind of has stood out to you about him and just his outing today? Well,
with Daniel, I think that he's a guy you can trust. He's got a great heartbeat. He's a guy who's a veteran guy who's finished World Series games. And he attacks. It's a power fastball. It's a hard slider. And, to be able to deploy Brusdar, Trinan, Gratterall, and Kimbrel, makes my job a lot easier.
Do you think this is the year where, are you guys hopeful that this is the year he kind of puts it all together?
I think it's part of his journey. And I do think that this is the best I've seen him as far as really understanding who he is as a major league player. And for him to continue to take good at-bats shows the growth. And I'm really excited where he's at and where he's going to be this year.
And was that fourth inning kind of the glimpse of, we talked about this lineup a bunch in spring training. Was that inning kind of the glimpse of what this lineup could be consistently moving forward?
It was. I thought Freeland was really good early. And to kind of, it started off by a soft serve single from Will Smith. And then you just start having at-bats and guys grinding and taking walks when given to you. As I mentioned, Gavin and Freddie. Mookie got into a hitter's count, which was a big hit for us. But Freddie, it's not going to show up in the scorecard, but going first to third in a situation where there was a wild pitch and scores an insurance run. So those are things that, it's a little microcosm of what we can do.
Up next, final thoughts from Game 1 of 162, and we'll have to look ahead to Saturday, or shall we say Catterday, because Tony Gonsolin is getting the start in Colorado. The Dodgers pitching staff struck out at least 10 batters today. That means everyone gets a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow at Jack in the Box with the purchase of a large drink. Just ask for the Dodger deal when you order. It is valid only at LA area restaurants. Today, Walker Buehler had 5 strikeouts. Then the bullpen came in, combined for 7 more. And speaking of Buehler, a winner on opening day. Let's hear from him right now with the media.
A good team win for us.
What did you like most about your outing?
Just that I gave up less runs and we won. So I think that's probably the big thing.
It was opening day. I know that, for you it's another game. But was there some excitement now that it's over to be?
Not necessarily. I think to get off to a good start for our team is the biggest thing. And, I was fortunate that we put up that inning there to put me in a spot to get a win. But 1-0 is better than 0-1.
And the Dodgers are 1-0. Walker Buehler gets the win today. Nomar, what did you see from him in these 5 innings?
You know, it wasn't that bad of an outing. I know he's going to be hard on himself. He doesn't want to give up any runs. He had that one hiccup. But when you look at what he did in the first 2 innings, threw 39 pitches. And then the next 3, he threw 39 pitches combined, so he settled down. We're going to go to the K zone. And what he did a good job was keeping the ball on the corners. His breaking ball on the corners, his fastball up on the corners as well, and also making his breaking ball look like a fastball. So here's a good breaking ball down the zone to get the swing and miss. Here's another one doing the same thing. They got to protect against him, and they end up going after pitches down in the dirt because they're looking like the fastball. Then if you're also able to get kind of a harder pitch down there, whether it's your cutter or your fastball down in the zone, now they have to look and be and stay on it. They can't just assume, okay, it's down, it's going to be a ball. So he's pounding the zone down, so it's throwing a strike. So then it makes you swing at the breaking ball down in the zone. So whether you hit it, you don't hit it hard, or you get the swing and miss, you get weak contact, utilize your defense behind you. But it was really a good outing because we can see where all of those swings and misses or the strikes are on the corners, not really in the middle of the plate. He's had a couple in the middle of the plate. They got him, but for the most part, that's where he was throwing.
I absolutely love the adjustment he made after he surrendered those 2 runs. He went to the sinker and cutter, really starting to dive in and out of the zone, like you mentioned, Nomar, making sure he had his pitches look like regular fastballs, along with that slider, dart out of the zone. Great adjustment there in Colorado by Walker Buehler.
And once the Dodgers gave him the lead, he did the rest along with the bullpen. Trey Turner had an RBI single in the Dodgers' 5-run 4th inning. Let's hear from him. He's talking to Kirsten and the media.
Yeah, I think Chris talked about it a little bit, is just keep grinding. No matter how many runs are on the board, how much you're down by, how much you're up by, just keep going. Don't give anything away. And, I think we take a lot of pride in that 1 through 9. And, that bottom of the order got us going. And, Luxy big hit, and those guys got on in front of him. So that got us rolling, and then we kind of fed off that. And but they got a lot of good arms. They kind of shut us back down after that and threw some good arms out there. So we got to adjust tomorrow and make sure we can put up runs early, middle, and late.
All right, Saturday, it is Catterday in Colorado. The Catman, Tony Gonsolin, starts Game 2 of this 2022 season. Made 13 starts for the Dodgers last year, but was battling through some shoulder problems. Came into spring with the shoulder feeling really strong, Jerry. And now the Dodgers, they need him to pitch well in the rotation this year.
He has to really feel great that they're trusting him to pitch Game 2 of the season. Tony Gonsolin has great stuff. Trust your stuff. Make sure you use that fastball down in the zone. That'll set up your secondary.
No doubt. We were talking about individuals getting off to a good start on this team. We talked about Gavin Lux. He did just that today. Great job by Gavin Lux. I think Tony Gonsolin also really key for him to get off to a good start, and he definitely has the stuff to do it.
Final thought, Nomar, and what really stood out to you today in this game?
The inning, just the way they kept passing the baton in the offense, just what we can expect that they can do, and they did it.
2-strike approach, 2-out lightning. Love to see it.
Dodgers, they are 1-0, beating the Rockies 5-3. That does it for this edition of Access Sportsnet Dodgers, presented by your Southern California Ford dealers. For Jerry, Nomar, and Kirsten, I'm John. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow, pregame, 4 o'clock.